From Cornwall to Birmingham and Johnston and Bexhill, here's Ruben Spire on the radio.
Good. Hello to Blackbird. How are you
I'm good, thank
today?
you. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for letting me interview you today. So, Kate, tell me, how long have you been actor for or actress for?
Well, acting has been kind of a part of my life ever since I was a little girl. I started acting in even from preschool, being in little shows. I took it professionally in high school. I did my A-levels actually and my GCSEs in drama. Growing up on the island, that's all we had. So then I wanted to pursue it further. When I moved here in Los Angeles in 2016, I went to an acting conservatory. And then here we are today. We're turning it into music now.
What about being a model?
Modeling, I didn't actually take it seriously when I was younger. And now when I moved to the States, that's when I found kind of a better relationship with modeling, because being any type of artist right now, you need to be a friend of the camera and the camera needs to love you. You need to know your angles. You need to know everything when it comes to lighting and just dressing, makeup, hair. So I did. It's hard because now you really need to have content to be anyone, which is not my favorite part of the industry because a lot of talented people are not getting the limelight that they deserve. But modeling did give me a platform to express myself, and then putting it all together really helped with creating my image.
What about being a singer-songwriter? How did that come about?
Singing, I've always been singing to the point where I used to sing myself to sleep as a baby. Apparently, my mom keeps telling me. And then I would write my own songs when I was around 15 to 16 years old. And I didn't think they were ever good enough to be shared with anyone until I kind of took the risk. When I moved out here in Los Angeles, I went to an open mic. One of my teachers pushed me to go. And I performed a couple of my songs, and the turnout and the praise that I got was very fulfilling for me to actually tell myself, oh, you know what? Your songs are actually good. You maybe should pursue this. And that's what we did in 2022. I recorded, I produced with my current producer, Saint Lago. We made 4 songs, and 2023 was the release here. So here we are today.
Tell me more about your debut single called Aphrodite.
Aphrodite is one of my favorite songs. It was actually a bet between me and my friends to write a song that brings both cultures together, both a more American pop, dark pop sound to a more Mediterranean Byzantine vibe. And I wanted the only person and, well, goddess at this point that reminded me of that was Aphrodite. So and it's very, very feminine forward song, which I also like. But I think the challenge was taken, and here we are today. That's what actually started everything. Aphrodite, she started everything. My girl.
So what about Kiss?
Kiss was a collaboration with one of my very close friends, Saint Mary. She is more of a techno EDM producer. And the moment I wrote the song, I wanted to always work with her until I actually got a chance to become her friend. I knew her beforehand, and she was so lovely in the whole process of producing the song. And then Saint Lago, my current producer, mixed and mastered it, and it got a lot of praise because it was something different to what Aphrodite was. And it's more of a pop techno song that people can relate to. And if you listen to the lyrics carefully, it's actually a true story. It all did start with a kiss. So
what about your latest release called Lost Tonight?
Lost Tonight was an even further push towards the underground house techno music scene. It's one of my, I love that music when it comes to that beat. It's something you can dance to. It's something you can just imagine all the lights going off, all the lasers going off, and just listening to that beat holding your heart. And it was honestly an experiment song. I had the lyrics, and then one day or over 2 days, me and my producer just sat and just worked on it. And it's one of the most heaviest songs that we have. It's like 3 gigabytes of worth of different sounds, loops, and everything. And it's one I had most fun of because it reminds me of Carnival, which is something I hold close to my heart because Cyprus has one of the most famous carnivals in the world. It's not Rio de Janeiro Carnival, but it's close. So that's kind of where the inspiration for that song came.
So what was it like going to the recording studio for the first time?
So I figured out very early on, even when we were recording Aphrodite, that I'm not a fan of the microphone when it comes to in studio. It's very different to what you do in a live show because I've only done live. I've only performed or sang live, and it's very different. The energy is very different. Whereas at the studio, everything is somewhat controlled. And it's figuring out other ways or using your voice differently and the emotion behind it to get the right feel of the song, because that's how you're setting it. The process as a whole was phenomenal. I kind of miss it. I want to go back to it. It was such a kind of an adventure of finding the different sounds of what I want to create and what I want Blackbird to be. And it was just finding Saint Lago was just amazing because literally I would tell him exactly how I hear it in my head, and he would put it through the computer.
and Johnston and Bexhill.
The rest
Here's
is
Ribbon, Spire on the radio.
So we'll be releasing any new singles after.
Yes, there is a new single coming out October 27th, just in time for Halloween. It's gonna be Die Alone. It's more of a rock song that is a very different genre, but it's where I wanted to explore my rock and roll side as well, because actually I grew up more with rock and roll rather than house and techno. And then after Die Alone, I'm gonna take a little break for 2023, and then I have 4 new songs that will be coming out in 2024, which I'm excited to share with you once they come out.
So have you thought about doing an EP or maybe an album maybe in the future? Maybe?
Yes, yeah, definitely an EP with these songs that are coming out. Right now, the plan is that the songs are coming out as singles just to gain attraction. And then once they're out and about, I'm going to curate a specific EP of how I want my listeners to hear it, and how, because every song has been written or curated to be a story, where my music videos also attach to this one like lateral story. And then hopefully by 2024, that's going to be out and about.
So can you tell me more about being a independent artist for you?
Of course. The independent artist road is a little harder than I've expected, especially since I started as an actress, and I thought acting was hard as an independent, just without a manager, without an agent. And then I got into music, and music is such a different ball game. You have to always be 2-3 steps ahead of the game, where it be with TikTok or Instagram reels or just photo shoots, and always think, if I start recording something today, when will I release it? The timelines are very demanding when it comes to, I wanted to release Aphrodite in January of 2023, but because things were just not going my way, I pushed everything over to come into the summer. just working. There's so many different departments that it comes to it just got really hard for one person to manage, which was just me. And it is still me at this time. And it comes down to just thinking of the song, thinking of the music video, thinking of just down to what I'm going to wear in the music video or the photo shoot that is attached to this song, and what's the idea behind it. So there's a lot that goes in it for just one single that I didn't expect, but I did, and I still do love the process of it. So I am looking forward to seeing where all this goes. But being an independent artist, you have to, I think what my 2 cents would be is that you have to be fully in the game and just keep going, keep trying your hardest. There's going to be ups and downs, but it will just make you stronger in the long run.
So, how do you come across CJC Promotions?
So, funnily enough, one of my vocal teachers back in Cyprus, I noticed that she had a promoter for her new album that she just released. Her name is Jewer, and I reached out and I said, "Hey, like, who's your promoter? Like, how are you getting all these interviews? How are you getting all these radio plays? Like, I'm really interested." And she immediately said, "You have to hit up CJC Promotions. She is amazing." And that is exactly what I did. Immediately got on the email, got on Facebook, tried to contact her. And here I am today on this radio channel interview.
So have you got an ambition that you want to be in your career?
Pardon?
Have you got an ambition that you want to set yourself in the future, maybe?
Yep. I mean, as long as I can do this and be happy, personally, I'm not in it for the fame. I'm not in it for the glory. I'm here for the art. And the biggest ambition would be for me would represent Cyprus in the Eurovision one day. That's the big goal. But as far as I can write songs, produce songs, put them out there, even if I'm writing for someone else, I just want to surround myself with art, be it music, be it acting, be it anything. I love art, and I think a lot of people take it for granted. So just put it out there. If you have something that you want to show, just put it out there.
And finally, can you tell my listeners where can I find you on social media?
Yes, most of my social media is Blackbird. I have Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, anything that has a.blackbird, that is going to be me.
Thank you for letting me chat to you today.
Thank you. It was lovely to meet you, and have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, same to you. Thanks for letting me chat to you.
Have a good one.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.